Welcome everybody to the Rush Hour Renegade here, and we are glad you're here. Today we launched the Rush Hour Renegade and with the show gameplay. Let me get to April. We have 4 p.m. Okay, good. I'm gonna do theme 1 instead today. There's guys. This is between the Cardinals and the Astros. We are going to do Dakota Hudson is the starting pitcher. We are going to switch the lineup here. So here's a shortstop. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the lineup the way it is. I hit the wrong button. Garrett Cole was the pitcher for the Astros, so we had 2 right-handers. So hopefully everybody's having a good day. I know I am. I had some cashews and no, I did not share. I have fish and potatoes and rice, and I'm not going to share. And no, I did not share my Mexican I had yesterday either. So.
Dakota Hudson, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. Dan, please
there's uniforms for the Cardinals. They're just a traditional home.
Those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard.
Astros are in their traditional road.
And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you could throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Here's George Springer. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for Houston.
And we are underway here in this one between the Cardinals and the Cardinals and the Astros.
Bat on its way.
Cardinals are trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Astros, meanwhile, this is their first game that we have seen them in.
First pitch, 4 o'clock.
Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
This says the first pitch, 4 o'clock. Well, 4:10, 4:15, somewhere around there.
Now the pitch.
Close enough.
Still no balls and 2 strikes.
So, let everybody know we are live.
Now another 0-2. And a fastball.
Struck him out, and we are 1 out right into the game.
Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Who's the one
we'll take a look at the Astros starting lineup. There you have. There's the Astros starting lineup.
And man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300.
If it was the Astros as the home team, we would have had a DH.
I love watching his approach.
But since we have the Cardinals as the home team, we have the pitcher batting.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and striding in the speedy second baseman Jose Altuve.
So
first delivery to him on the way.
There you have.
And a curveball in for a strike. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball.
No wind, clear sky, 78 degrees.
Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings
2.
through the fastball.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 1 out, nobody on.
We'll see what happens after this 0-2 pitch.
skied down the left field line.
And that's going to foul.
And this will wind up a foul ball.
And we'll see what happens here.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Molina has it. But the batter's going to take first easily after striking out.
Oh, man, he just muffed that throw. No other way to explain it. Looked like it caught him in the
Oh,
heel
I
of the
wasn't
glove
even paying
instead of the
attention.
pocket, so he's going to get hit with a fielding error as a result.
Here's Michael Brantley. That's a strike to throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
He's set. Here's
Oh,
the
that led
0-1.
some key mistakes
there,
early.
and he's deep in
Bad
the
throw
hole
by a
now,
catcher
0-2.
and a bad mistake by the catcher after a drop ball for a strike. Did not throw the batter out.
If you could do anything
We
about
would
it.
have had 2
This one
outs
is fouled away
if
up to the
that
concourse area.
hadn't have happened.
Looked like a cut fastball there, and he got
And
into
now
swing
we're back
through it for the second
at
out.
Molina. That's unusual for
Batting fourth.
Next up for
Molina
the
to have
Stros,
those
Alex
mistakes
Bregman.
like that.
First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man
Even
still
though one of them was
standing
my
at second. 2 gone
under
now.
my control.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see
Which
the
was
red.
the,
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. But not quite enough as it's off the center field wall. And the runner will score from second. Bregman ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. Safe at the plate.
And that is an inside the park home run on 2 outs.
Fans are not happy, and I can't
He
blame them.
just ignored
Inside
the
park
coach.
on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that, and everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel.
Well, it's
He'll take
just
a look
only
at the
2-0.
strike
The
right down
Cardinals
the
can
middle. It's
still come
0-1.
back from this deficit, but they better watch out. It could get out of
2 out,
hand in a
nobody
hurry.
on. Strike 2 call
That
on the inner half.
that
0-2
just let that
now.
one. You just let that
Sort
one
of
go.
surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if
That's
he can battle
gonna
back.
hook foul. Somebody's gonna have a souvenir.
The 0-2 once more. And another foul
Foul ball.
ball.
See if we can't get him to swing at this one.
Lifted
Fouls
down the
it off.
line and left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here comes another 0-2.
We'll see what happens after this 0-2. We had 0-2 for a while now. Now
Liner in
gotta
there
run
for a
around
base hit.
first. Try to limit our mistakes as best we can to those 2 mistakes we had with Molina.
Multiple pitches,
Number 44.
refused to go down. Not only did he get a knock, but he ran some pitch total up too.
In there for strike 1.
Strike
0-1.
one.
He
They've
takes
had
his
one
first
ball,
cuts in this one with a man
21
at first and
strikes,
2 away.
22 pitches thrown. That's pretty
A
good.
swing and a
That
high
ends the
pop-up.
inning.
Carpenter is under it, and that retires the side.
Go to the bottom half of the first
So
inning.
it's 2 runs
2-0
here on 2 hits, with one of them being the
Astros.
home run. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Astros lead this one 2-0. Garrett Cole gets the start for Houston in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, this guy has a good repertoire of pitches, and he throws also a knuckle curveball. One guy comes to mind, Mike Mussina, former Oriole and Yankee pitcher, had a real good knuckle curve. It's not an easy pitch to learn, and what's
Oh, sorry,
more difficult,
David.
it's a difficult
You
pitch
just
for
accepted
umpires
your
to
own
call
roast on
strikes,
President's
and
chat.
that's why we don't see a lot of pitchers
center
using it
fielder.
today.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to
Fowler.
commence the action
I
in the
forgot my
bottom
microphone
half
was
of the
on.
first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Here's the first down of the inning. That was a kind of a
With a moment now,
kind
let's
of
have
a
a look at the
blue-
home team starting
kind of a
lineup. Mark,
botched
what's your
hit.
take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, this lineup finds themselves down 2 runs. Nothing crazy. Everyone relax. Stay within the game plan. Find a way to execute and get 1 run on the board and get back in this.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. His career line against Garrett Cole. He's got 5 base hits in 32 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. First pitch on its way. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Cole is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around.
We'll see what happens here. It is Colton Wong now the batter.
A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, 1, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and 2, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy.
It's going to be hard to see if we can get an out, and we do have an out.
Of every at bat.
And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The first baseman.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Cole gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Drilled down the line. But this gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he pops it up. But this will land untouched.
Oh, snap. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry, I had a message.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but
Somebody
it's
I had a message in the president's chat. Hold the phone.
Grounder down the line at third.
We got a lot of foul balls.
This is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Again, a 1-2. Froze him for strike 3.
Ah, dang it.
Retires the side.
Wasn't paying
Down
attention.
order go the Cardinals. They trail things here 2-0. At the plate, Carlos Correa. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Cardinals
He's ready. Here's the first
not looking
offering.
good for them, but it's still early in this game, only the second inning, so Cardinals still have a chance to come back and score 3 runs or more to win it.
Chopper to short. Throw to first will be in
And
time,
he is
there's
out.
1 gone here to start the second.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on
The
defense
catcher,
in this
number
fashion.
28.
And I want to focus on first baseman Paul Goldschmidt.
There's the defensive
I'm gonna
lineup
steal
for
a
the
line
Cardinals.
From my partner here, Dan Plesac. Hashtag Goldschmidt happens. This former Gold Glover can play some serious defense as well as carry this offense.
The rest of the week it'll be the show 19
Coming to the plate now,
on
Robinson Chirinos.
the weekly show. Or not the weekly show, the Red Shot Renegade, dang it. I derped.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ripped on the ground to first.
That'll be a
Fielded by
quick
Goldschmidt, and he'll step
play.
on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Yep, 3 unassisted for that one.
Digging in, Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole.
This here is
Now
really
pitch on the way.
hitting on a lot of hot zones.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
But yet, he's the
Hey,
pitcher,
I
so
don't know what
that
happened
makes
in
sense.
between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup because he's been really good this second inning. After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short outing.
Swing and a miss at a big
Struck him
breaking
out,
ball.
and
next
that ends the
comes to
inning.
an end.
3 up, 3 down.
Astros
Finally,
go
we get a
down
3 up,
1,
3
2,
down
3.
inning.
They're up
Unlike the
2
first
to
inning,
nothing.
which was a looking like it was going to be a disastrous game for the Cardinals, turned out to be a game changer this inning for their starting pitcher. Turned it around quickly for him.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Marcell
After
Ozuna.
we thought it was
Set
going to be
lead
a
off the home half
short
of the second.
outing for him
We're
as
still
the
in the
starter.
early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Yeah, well, he
That
was
fastball
trying to
must
go
have a
big
little weight
and
life on it because
ended
it
up
was right in the
turning
wheelhouse, and
foul.
he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Good pitch there down
Strike-
below the zone.
strike
Got him
2.
to go after it.
Strike 2. I mean,
Now
strike
on
2.
0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all,
Oh,
it'll
I
probably
shouldn't
be
have swung at that
extended
one,
out
and
of
that's
the
a
zone,
strike 3,
or at
strike
least
out.
that'll be the
You,
intent.
he is
Time
out.
for a look at the Houston Astros on
That's
D.
pitch.
And can we focus on George Springer, one of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport? He will leave his feet. He's got a cannon for an arm, not afraid to dive in and say hi to the fans if a ball's
There's
going
the
near there,
defensive
too.
lineup
Do
for
not
the
test this guy's arm.
Astros. I think we've done the offensive lineups for both teams. I
So
wasn't
that
paying
brings in
attention.
the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung.
We
His
did the one for
career
the
line
Cardinals.
against Garrett Cole. He's 0 for 7.
Also the one for the Astros,
First
but
offering on its way.
I wasn't looking at the screen when the Cardinals
And it's
won.
fouled away.
Or if maybe we haven't, I don't know.
1 strike now from Cole. Swing and a miss, and he's
Shouldn't have
quickly
swung at
in the
that one,
hole.
but I didn't know it was
0-2.
going to be a ball.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really
That
quick.
should be a
keeping
base
the
hit.
ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought us good stuff in this one.
Yeah,
Batting 6.
we're at the bottom of the second inning.
Yadier.
Here comes Molina.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
He's had some disasters behind the plate, which normally he
Comes
doesn't.
set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that misses for ball 1. DeYoung stands at first with 1 out.
Now, do you bunt and try to get
Fly ball
Molina
out toward left center field.
out and
Waiting on it, the left fielder. 2 gone.
and he retreats safely back to first?
Now in the box, Jose
Batting
Martinez. He takes
right
his first
fielder.
cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
He
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Strike
First pitch
one.
hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Now the bunt is not in play because you have 2 outs.
0-2 the count to Jose Martinez.
So you gotta make contact
You
on
go
this
down
and get
0-2
it,
to a guy with this type
down.
of arsenal, man, you got to step out of the box, clear your head,
or get
and
out of the
just
park,
fight.
or hope somebody drops it and can't make a play on it.
Sets. Here's the 0-2. Swung on
And
and missed, and that's
that
the final out of the inning.
That's not gonna be
One
good
left
for the Cardinals.
They trail it here 2-0. Back to the top of the order now, and former World
The
Series
center fielder,
MVP
number
George
4.
Springer bats
George
next.
Springer.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Okay then.
Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve, as he will take strike one
Strike
on the fastball
one.
here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1
Jose
with a run
Altuve.
scored thus far. High in the air out to
And
center
that's going to be
field.
an out.
Fowler has a read on it. 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings in the left-handed hitting outfielder
Well, this
Michael
guy is
Brantley.
a very good hitter.
Strike 1 to start the
Foul ball.
at-bat.
You can either have your first walk allowed by the starter,
Hit on the ground down the first baseline.
or you
he'll
can just
step
do
on
that.
the bag himself,
That'll work.
and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros, but they're on top. 2
Well,
to
one
nothing.
hit's only been what the Cardinals have had. They've had 1 hit and 1 error. 2 hits, 2 runs, no errors.
Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian as the TCU product. The left-handed hitting Matt Carpenter is the first to bat in the inning.
Carpenter.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Just a
Strike
miserable
1.
effort there. It's 0-1. His career line against Garrett Cole. He's picked up 14 hits in 38 ABs. He's also taken him deep 4 times. Bounced on the ground and right at
And
the
that'll be
infield.
a base hit.
Diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets
Hell,
a
they
piece of
can-
this one to foul it toward the backstop. Carpenter on at first. Nobody out.
Could bunt,
Line toward right center.
but no,
And the
when you get
pitcher's
on
got
this way.
himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, I'm
Now
not
batting,
surprised right here. This
center
pitcher
fielder,
mixed in a knock.
Dexter
Playing in the National League, he gets way more
Fowler.
opportunity to work on his craft from the
Dexter
offensive side
Fowler,
of the ball. NL pitchers definitely have an advantage in these interleague games.
First pitch of the at-bat on its
Oh,
way.
snap.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a
Swung
strike.
at it.
You're on the mound in this
I think
situation. You
it-
only
nope,
have
yep,
2
too late.
options.
It
You got to
was-
find a
it
way to
was
strike this
late.
next guy out or get him to ground into a double play.
And he falls behind 0-2. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area.
Yeah, that was a big
Another 0-2 home.
foul ball.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Brantley is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. And the runner not
Well, we're
tagging
gonna hold
will
runners
retreat to
there.
second
I'm not gonna
base.
take any chances.
Second baseman.
So runners at first and second here with 1 away, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. Now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down, but this is foul for the first strike. Trying to give himself up here, but this is foul, so the runners will return. And he's bunting here with 2 strikes, but he misses, and that's a rather weak out number 2.
Yeah, that was
So
not
it's first
the
and second with
brightest
2
move
men
in the
gone.
world, but
And stepping in, the power
Goldschmidt
hitting first
can
baseman,
get it
Paul
done.
Goldschmidt. Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. There is Altuve on to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning.
All
Cards strand a
for
couple.
naught.
They're still down. It's 2-0. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman.
Third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike one.
Strike one. Still 2-0.
Counts even 1-1 to
There's
Alex
the ball.
Bregman.
Haven't given up any runs since
Grounded weakly to the left.
the first inning.
Scoops it up, throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth.
The first baseman.
Digging in, Yuli Gurriel, a base hit in his first trip. First pitch on its way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Gurriel is considered an absolute stud with a bat, particularly against right-handed pitching. Against Southpaws, however,
we're
he
behind
has
the
historically
count
had a lot more
dang.
difficulty.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Can't make any mistakes.
Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit high and
That's
deep to
gonna be
right
an
center.
out,
Fowler giving
I
chase.
think.
Around first,
No.
he's digging for second, and that one
That's
skips
a ground rule
over
double.
the wall for a ground rule double.
Now batting, number 44.
Into the box now.
That takes away the potential of a double play.
Foul off to the right and out of play. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a
Now
drive
that's
out to
another
right
home
field.
run and 2-run homer.
Martinez looking up, gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
That's a smack in the face when you hit into the other team's
A two-run
bullpen.
blast to straightaway right field as the Astros have opened it up now 4-0.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
I'll see what happens. 4-0.
Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate.
Come on,
Comes
losing
into this
streak.
at bat 0 for 1 in the
And
ball
MLB
game.
to show 19 whether it's been that's been recorded or not recorded.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And
Foul
this
ball.
will be fouled away.
Foul ball
alive,
again.
Still 0-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Wong takes it in. And the
And that's
off-balance
another
throw
out.
gets him. Nice play for the out.
Number 28.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring up the catcher, Robinson Chirinos. Here it comes. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. 4 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. And a good fastball swung on. Missed for
him
strike
out, and that
3,
ends
and
the
the
inning.
inning is over. Astros play 2 on the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 4-0
Bottom of the 4th inning,
Houston.
so we have the rest of the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So 5.5 innings
Here's
to
Marcelo
go for the
Zuna,
Cardinals
set
to
lead
come
us
back.
off in the home half
Now
of the
down a
4th
little bit
inning.
more than they
Lots
were.
of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
It was good to let that one go by for a ball.
Hit hard to the right. Foul.
That would have been a strike anyway, so that was good.
The 1-1.
To swing on that.
Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Probably not a good idea to let this one go by. Probably as good idea to swing at.
Line drive to left. That gets down.
There we go.
He's got himself a base hit. So the inning's underway with the Cardinals getting their leadoff hitter on base.
Playoff here aboard.
This baseball back. He hung that middle of the
Let the rally
The batter's
begin.
He was able to put good wood on it.
It was an early swing in early, but it actually paid off.
In now, Paul DeYoung. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike.
Also, it was in the strike zone anyway, so it would have been a strike no matter if he had held up or not.
Hit on the ground out to short.
That's going to be a double play.
Altuve for 1. To Gurriel, and they get them both.
That is not what the Cardinals wanted to see happen. They probably should have bunted.
Digging in to try it again.
Getting the runner to second
for 1 thus far.
safely.
First pitch
And having
on its way.
an out. One out, only one out, but
throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired.
So we go to the top half of the 5th inning, 4-0
The
Astros.
Astros lead it 4-0. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Garrett Cole. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Ball. Strike 2 now.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Count remains at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Grounder hit hard down the first base line.
And now being out.
Take it to the bag himself for the out.
Cardinals need to get things going on offense next half inning.
He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Wong is there. Throw in time.
And there's the second out.
Stepping in, Jose Altuve. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. A swing and a shot hit down the corner.
It's going to hook,
Definitely
and
had
hook foul.
distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Behind
Foul ball,
0-2
strike
now.
2. Just need to get him swinging for strike 3.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to
It's only the
take.
5th ball
0-2
we've had
fastball,
today.
Just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
Let's see if we can get the strikeout here at the end of the inning. Foul ball still
Hits are now even at
got
4
an inning
apiece.
going. Excuse me.
Cut fastball
Ball
misses
2,
2-2.
2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Foul
And he
ball.
fouls this one off.
Foul ball.
The 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning.
Ends
Astros
the
go
inning.
down 1-2-3. They lead it 4-0.
You go to the bottom half of the 5th.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Jose Martinez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is
He's down to the starter in there, by the way.
You have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
That's one of the hardest things to do in this game. You know he's sitting fastball. That ball starts to slide away from him. You have to have some serious strong hands and wrists not to commit right there.
Strike two.
The fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Gurriel backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
The third baseman,
Now batting,
number 13.
Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter is at the plate again.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. Popped him up.
That's going to be out.
Has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now it's coming for a bench hitter. Here's Invader comes on.
We'll get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Pinch hitting for the Cardinals.
So I'll do it for the starter. Starting pitcher, by the way, too, on the mound, so. Because you can't leave a position player on the mound.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. 2 out, nobody on. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside.
Well, that was less than stellar.
Your attention, please.
No
Now,
pitcher to
pitching
tell you
for the
about. It's a guy
Cardinals.
drafted number 6
21,
overall out of North Carolina in
Andrew.
2006.
All right, so we got the
6'6"
first
lefty Andrew Miller.
relief pitcher
Digging
in.
in once again, Michael Brantley. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. No balls and a strike to count.
Brantley.
Now the 0-1.
See what happens here.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung
Struck
on
him out,
missed
and
it
that'll
for
be the
second
first out of the
time
inning.
today. He's gone
So
on
we have the
strikes.
6th.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes
3.5
his pitches.
innings to
That was
go.
a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Standing in now, Alex Bregman. As he
And
will look at a first pitch fastball
3.5
for ball
innings
1.
and 2 outs to go in this ball game. The Cardinals hope they can get a rally going here
Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
and start their rally in the bottom half of the 6th.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And it's gone as they add still another.
Man, that's when it is out of
Well, that was this lineup's third
control.
homer of the game.
5-0.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get
The
your
first
take
baseman,
on this.
number 10.
I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Here it comes on 0-2. Fouled
Foul
off.
ball, strike 2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to
Still
find a way to
strike
do
2.
some damage with it. That was a missed
Can't
opportunity.
strike out on a foul ball.
Fouled away.
Another foul ball.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
A pause and the 0-2. Popped up. Goldschmidt in foul ground, but it's the catcher that gets there to haul it in, and that's the second out of the inning.
Second out of the inning.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's the strike
Well, we
with the
don't
breaking
need
ball.
any more runs for the Astros. If you're a Cardinals fan,
High and deep down the left field line.
that's gonna hook foul.
And that will end up a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him.
Struck him out, and that ends inning after the home run.
One more for the Astros, and it comes on this.
Astros are putting on him.
Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Astros 5 and the Cardinals 0.
Weekly show will start after this stream.
Now to the plate, Dexter Fowler.
Cool.
He's hitless in his
And hi Daniel, by the way.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So stepping in, Colton Wong. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sent on the ground out to second.
That won't be a hit.
In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Looks like if the Cardinals don't get things going, they'll be
Standing in, Paul Goldschmidt.
losing this one.
Like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing.
We still have the starter in for the
No doubt about that.
Astros. We have not gone.
enjoyed
The
watching
Astros have
him
not
go
gone
about
to their
his
bullpen
business,
yet.
But I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Takes this the other way to right. Coming
And
on
that'll be a
Bradley,
base hit.
but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's
2
able
out
to
base
keep
hit.
his hands inside
The
that
left
ball,
fielder.
stay square as
First
long as
down.
possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base
That was
hit.
Goldschmidt that hit that one.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back.
And
up the
that'll be a
middle,
base
and that's
hit.
a base hit.
We need 5 runs between now and the 6th inning.
Hey guys,
Or
he's
the
not known
ninth
for
inning,
being
but,
a singles hitter right here, but that's his second
Now
knock
batting.
of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take it.
We don't have to get it all
Guys
at
on the other
once,
side
but
of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Stepping in now, Paul DeYoung, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike.
yeah, that would have been a ball if he had held up, but he didn't.
Cole sets. Here's the 0-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
Man, the Redbirds, they've been struggling
0-2.
all game long. They've yet to been able to get that big hit. This is the time for the big hit for the Redbirds.
Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is
That
over.
ends the inning.
Cards strand a couple. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0.
Yep, do need to get it going soon. Yep.
Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. It's on to the 7th now with the Astros on top in this one. And as the final warm-up tosses are thrown, let's get a look at our game summary through 6 innings.
Carlos Correa.
We'll see what happens here.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Cardinals need 5 runs in 7,
He's gonna
8,
need to
9,
shorten
3
up and
innings.
get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle.
Oh, that is not
And a
going
base
to
hit,
help
so early
the
trouble to
situation.
lead off the inning.
Nice
Yeah, hold him to
execution
just a
right
single.
there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in,
The catcher,
kept his
number
hands
22,
inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere.
Strike one.
That one right up the middle.
Robinson Chirinos is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's
Foul
0-1.
ball. We just tried 2.
Swing and a miss.
Strike 3, struck him out, and 1 out.
Two-seamer, and that's
1
out
on.
number 1.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. I might have
Now
been
batting.
sitting on an off-speed
The
pitch,
pitcher,
but instead he gets
Garrett
the fastball
Cole.
way late, had no chance to put that ball in play.
Into
They're
the box
gonna
now.
bunt here.
Garrett Cole wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. And the off-balance throw beats him
Yes,
at
he
first,
got
and
out.
that's a tough play.
The center fielder, number
Ready once again, George Springer. Runner in scoring position.
Avoids the double play.
Here's a slider to start
But
things out. Looked at for ball one.
also has the second out of the inning. So we can strike out, fly out, ground out.
And a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those. How could he not swing at that one? A good
And that
take
ends
there on
in.
the pitch.
Throw to first in plenty of time.
Just like
The
that, the
side is
inning's
retired.
over.
One left for Houston, but they hold a 5-0 lead.
7th inning stretch.
Alright, 17th stretch. Move on to the
Riding in once again, Yadier Molina.
Bum has the
was a
seventh.
ground-out victim last
moving
time
right
up.
along with this thing. The
Pitch
regular
coming,
show
here
will
it
follow
is. Line toward
the
the alley in left center, and Molina's
will
aboard the
follow
base hit.
the stream on Daniel's channel. Pitches right blue headshot 26. So if you click the name on the comment section to the side or below or wherever it is on your screen, then click that name. You'll be able to go directly to his channel and watch the weekly show. Also, you'll be either notified if you subscribe
Standing in now, Jose
to his channel.
Martinez, as he'll look at a fastball
If you subscribe to
in
my
there
channel,
on the
you'll also
outer
get
half. It's
notified.
0-1.
Be sure you
0 for
also
2 from him so
give
far in
this
one.
video a thumbs up if you like this video.
Comes set with the 0-1. On its tailor-made to short. 6,
And it's going to be a double
4,
play.
3, and they turn the double play.
Yeah, they don't look good for the Cardinals.
Here's Matt Carpenter.
But I've been
Hitting
trying
some
hard
tries
since
for
I'm
him
controlling
so
the
far.
Cardinals.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
We only have 2 more innings after this
Drilled to the right side.
for
Altuve
this
has
game
it,
to be over, and that
will
ends
conclude matters
that
here
soon.
in the 7th. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit.
Yeah, I'm starting to run out. This is right.
Stepping up to the plate, Jose Altuve. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, that is
And
not
this is
what the
gonna
Cardinals
be
wanted to see,
through into
but if they can
center
hold
field
them to
for
just a
base
single
hit.
here,
So
that will be
man's aboard in
the
8th.
next best thing.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best
They
pitch
wanted to
you'll
have
see
him
all at
out.
bat. Definitely coming out
Was the
of
first
his
thing
shoes
that they
with
wanted to
aggressive
have happen,
style. First
but
pitch,
if
base
we
hit
can
up
have
the
a
middle.
There goes Altuve.
double play,
Strike taken to throw.
or
And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
no. Well, that takes away the double play and the
0-1
potential
count.
of
Here's the
picking.
pitch.
Oh, we can still
And he
get
gets
a
a
pick
piece
off,
of it here, but it's chopped foul.
even though he stole a base.
Here it comes, 0-2. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
For me,
Nice strikeout. That was a ball. That was a ball, and he swung
That's
at
the
it.
most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Alex Bregman will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, we take you back to inning number 6. This was his 2nd home run of the ball game as he'll stand in here looking for number 3. Martinez is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down, and he's up.
2 down, throws it back in to keep the runner
in the inning.
at 3rd.
So 2 gone now in the
After that was a
Houston
sacrifice
A's, and digging into bed
fly to
next
move the
to
runner
Cuban
ahead,
import Yuli Gurriel.
and is 90 feet away from
Starts
scoring
him
their
out with a
6th
slider for a
run.
strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this,
Trying to get him
it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better
picked out
pitches.
off
Yeah, just
at
great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate. They
what
did
was
damage with it.
that?
And it's fouled away. Altuve on 3rd with 2 out. Hit hard back
And
up
that'll
the
be a
middle.
hit. That'll
And
be,
that's through
oh
into center
boy.
field, base hit.
That's
And
opening the
one
can of
more as
worms.
This is now a 6-0 ball game. And he is in at 3rd base with an RBI triple.
That is not what the Cardinals wanted to see have happen. Cardinals need to get turned around before the regular season starts in my PlayStation and Big Show series. We'll get it turned around eventually.
Line drive to left. Oh,
Oh,
and he misses it.
he missed
And
it.
this
My
will
goodness
bang up
gracious.
against the
We
wall.
missed it.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs into score.
Well, that
from
basically ends
third.
it. That
It's
game is basically
7-0.
over. The Cardinals, I don't think, can
And those are plays
score
that
7
cost the
runs
ball
in
game.
2
You're
innings.
already losing, and then you make an error like that to compound things.
I just needed
That's
to
how
keep
things
it.
snowball on you, and you start to feel like you can't do anything
Oh,
right.
jeez.
Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is
The
down for
shellacking
extra bases.
continues.
Hack on another here as the runner scores from second. And he's in there easily. It's a
Well, we
stand-up
still
triple.
can't get out of this
So
inning.
close yet so far away. 2 outs, but back-to-back hits. This one a triple, and 3 runs have now been chased home. We'll see if the defense can make a play and get them out of this nightmare.
Yep.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over.
Hit high and deep out to left field.
Well, that ends the inning finally.
There as the play is made here to end. So 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1.
Well, that's good. We got a pinch hitter coming in.
Matt Wieters will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th.
Wieters.
On the ground and right at the shift.
That'll be an out.
Altuve fields it cleanly, and that's the first out.
That is just gets that pitcher out of there.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. He could really use another.
I don't
here.
think the Cardinals can come back in this one, but there's chances of them to at least do well in the next game.
Center. Springer has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Colton Wong will stand in. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Cole gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled
Hell,
back.
this one's over. I don't think we can score 8 runs in 1 inning. Because I don't think we're going to score a single run this inning.
This is swung on and hit to Altuve at second. Right to him. And 8 innings.
Yep, out innings inning. You know, the top half of the ninth, then we were going to try to escape.
2-3 go the Cardinals. They're
We're
on
gonna
the
try
short end
to
of an 8-0
escape.
score. Giovanni Gallegos comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Yep, the starter didn't do well. The reliever didn't do well. Now this guy is their last hope of keeping it where it is.
Carpenter waits on it, makes the play, 1 away.
The center fielder.
So the lineup flips over and digging in. George Springer looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with
We'll
2
see what happens
strikeouts
here
so
as
far
the
in the
Cardinals look like they're going to be the losing team here today. But I've tried my best to play well in this game. Just haven't played too particularly well on offense and on defense.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Again, he
Fouled
sends it
off.
out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he fouls this one off. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Well, that's good. We
Ready for another
just need to get this inning over with, this game over with, particularly because this one's been a nightmare for the Cardinals and a blowout as well.
Here it comes. Fouled off. Hit down the third base.
Foul ball, strike
This a
2.
wind-up foul. Still 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
And now in the inning, the Cardinals will have one more chance to get 8 runs in 1 inning.
Chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros as the lead holds at 8-0.
One last chance for the Cardinals.
Now at the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Got him to
Strike
go after
two.
that one, and he's in a
Down
quick hole, 0-2.
to their final 3
I know
outs of the
he's well
game.
aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Lifted in the air out towards left center.
That'll be an out.
Number 44 comes on
Down
and
to
makes
their
the
final
catch
2
in
outs.
shallow left for out number 1.
The left fielder, number 23.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Marcell Ozuna. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more.
He's no
here.
longer with the Cardinals.
Strike 1 to start the at bat. He goes with the slider that time, and it's driven to deep right field. Out of here.
Finally, we get on the board. 7 runs to make up in 1 inning, which would be the biggest comeback I think we have ever seen.
Shortstop, Paul.
As he lines it out to center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Loud noises.
Well,
right
we're gonna
here,
see what
fellas.
happens here.
Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Molina.
Stepping in now, Yadier Molina, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate.
You know,
He's working
some
on a
life
1
for the Cardinals
3
now.
thus far.
We have seen this earlier.
Popped up.
That's gonna be an out.
Riel is calling for it.
1 final out left to go, and if the Cardinals don't score 7,
Now batting.
then they will have had a loss by 7, which at least then the kid not gonna get shut out.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble.
So that would score. That is down to score a run.
DeYoung is on his way home. He scores, and the gap shortens, but still plenty of work to do.
And that just pains the pitcher. They already given
Now
up
they
a
got
run in the inning,
the
and he has
reliever
two
coming
outs,
in.
almost out of trouble, but then serves up a mistake. The runner busted around the
6
bases to
runs.
score from first, and the hitter is in scoring position on second.
Chris Davinsky will make an appearance here as he is in charge of trying to
Strike
ring
1
up
down
the
to their final
out
2
of the
strikes
ballgame.
and
Matt
final out as well.
Carpenter is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Now the 0-1. And this is
Strike 2 down to their final
They
strike.
find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Cardinals down to their final strike here. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. Chirinos recovers. And not what he wanted to do there, is now they'll need 4 outs to get out of this inning.
It was a strikeout that went wonkled.
Jairo Munoz will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Jairo Munoz.
6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5.
Takes this the other way to right, but he will
And
make
that'll
the
be the ball
catch on
game.
the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games.
Well,
on
that
the
one
road,
was a tough one for the
especially
Cardinals
in
to
this
lose,
ballpark,
but
so
they've
are very happy with
made
this
it.
win.
They made
8-2 is how
attempt
this one
at a
ends
comeback, and
today. The
I
Houston
didn't think they were going
Astros
to score
jumped out
as
to an
many as
early
they
lead in
did.
first and never looked
As we
back.
did, so
Garrett Cole earns the
that'll do it for
victory
me
on the mound.
until next time,
So that
until
just
tomorrow
about
for
does
the
it for Mark DeRosa,
Russia
Dan
Renegade
Plesac,
for
Javi
MLB The Show
Watney, and our
gameplay.
entire
This has
crew.
been
I'm
Nature
Matt
sign off
Vasgersian. You've
until
been
next
watching
time.
MLB
Keep on
The
tuning in,
Show.
everybody,
For more, make your way
and
over to the
join Daniel for the
ShowNation.com.
weekly show on his channel. Keep on YouTube, everybody.